Good morning from my kitchen, which is also turned into a wood shop. What I did was I took everything out of the car and, well, all the wood and stuff anyway, and brought it into my kitchen, and I've been using my kitchen as a wood shop. You might remember some of this stuff from the back of the truck, since it started in the back of the truck. What happened was I decided I didn't like the individual panels that I was working with because they were too free floating. Now, I realize that I'm kind of close to everything here because my kitchen doesn't have a lot of room in it. But if you remember, all of these things were sitting in the back of the truck and they were individual sections. What I did was I took all of the individual panels out and I built, as you can see, a wooden frame. And now all these panels drop into the frame. That was the front part. Remember that thing opening there is for the fuel pump. And there's the spare tire wheel. And like I said, everything's now a drop-in panel. So it's no longer free floating in the back of the truck. It'll be locked into this into the frame here. And let me back up a little bit so you can get a complete picture, or hopefully, yeah, so that's everything that was sitting in the back of the truck in the panel in the free form. Now I took this out and redid it all again. You may recognize this. This is the gate from the pickup truck. That was the part down the bottom where the pins are, and basically it's still pretty much the same. There's the hinge section there. It sits on the hinge pins, and what I've done is I finally got the form set up now for the what I did was I took that piece. I don't know if you remember that piece. That was from the wrecked convertible. Why is it going out of focus? I have no idea. Basically, I took the back trunk load apart because it was completely wrecked and it was no longer good for parts or anything. And I used that as a pattern to figure out how to get the curve on the back of the trunk, lid here. So what's happened is, as you can see, let me set this on the floor. It might be easier to see. What I did was I built up the center part and left the outer parts low. So what it does is I have a curve in the middle. And when I take that piece there and set it on top of that, it pretty much fits perfectly. I have a few minor discrepancies, but since this is going to be a different look different than the original convertible, I wanted it as close as possible, and I got that, so I'm happy. So now I can put this back in the convertible, and I got to figure out how to make sure that it doesn't drop through the opening into the back of the truck, which I'm still having trouble with that compound angle that they've got there for the thing. But there's my workshop. Yeah, there's the center divider between the front and the back. I took that all apart again because I decided I wanted to make sure I had that built right. And my kitchen table is all covered with wood. I tell you, trying to build this thing out of wood is fun, and I think the metal shop is going to have a blast trying to convert all this into wood. Here's one of the stands that go in the back for the setup in the back there for the what's going to hold the fenders on. I did put a half fender on the car now, so I'm still trying to figure out the that major malfunction too, because when, let's see, I unfortunately can't really see it. It's under the tarp there, but I got half the fender on the car, on the back of the car, and the other half of the fender is, let's see, if we walk this way, and if I turn a light on, there's the other half of the back fender. And let me turn it around so you can, oh, those are the new door panels. One of these days I gotta put those in. Alright. Okay, now that is the other half of the bumper. What I had to do was I had to cut it out in such a way to keep the gas flap exactly where it was, because I can't move the gas flap. Unfortunately, that's a permanent thing. So what I did was I cut off the top of the fender where the gas flap was and left that where it sat. Then this is where the tail light goes, of course. And as you can see, I have this lovely patch in here. What happens is I had to lower that end was like 3.5 inches up into the old fender. So what I did was I cut a slot and added that patch there to move the fender out 3.5 inches to drop the end there to where it should be on the fender. The only problem is now that end of the fender is 3.5 inches outside of the original, where the original fender sits. So basically this end here is like sitting out in the middle of nowhere. And my options are to cut off that end or cut it, I don't know, artwork. It's all artwork, geometric, and a pain in the butt. I had fun splicing in that section there. It's like 9 inches long by 3.5 inches wide at the top, and I just I split it and then spread it out, and I'm hoping that the tail light's still going to go in there, because now that's at a weird cockeyed angle. The top part is to the bottom part. What I may have to do is cut a splice on the right side there and to get rid of the angle. You may not be able to see it, but the top part is now, instead of being flush where the tail light goes in, the top part is now sticking out like 2 inches from where it should be flat. So more fun. Yeah, then I cut out that section for the backbone, for the back tailgate, and that's not right even, because I'm going to probably have to cut it down to where the flat is, where the license plate used to go in. So this is basic woodworking and plastic. There's my parts collection room. If I don't have enough parts to do this project, I should give up, because I keep stripping cars and throwing parts in my parts room here, and that isn't even all of it, because those two doors there that you're looking at are two more supposed bedrooms, and they also have parts in them. So, and then of course my living room also has more parts in it. I'm collecting Volkswagen parts. Anyway, that's my project. I'm hopefully this is going to all come together. I'm getting closer. The big thing that I got to finish up in the car now is I've got to finish doing the electrical wiring, and I've started taping all that up and getting it sorted. And the other thing I have to do is I have to do the rail for the other. I got one rail cut for the sides. So all I have to do now is just copy this. See, this is the rail for the one side. If you're wondering what that hole is, they got the shock absorber coming in through the back there, and I had to, if I didn't cut a hole for that, it wouldn't sit flush. So I just have to duplicate that. Then the other thing I got to cut is that metal piece that they have there. I just got to duplicate that, and of course, instead of having the side angles, it'll be straight flush with the edge. So I'm working on it, and it's coming together. Sorry I haven't made a video lately. It just seems like nobody's really making any comments or giving me any real support for this project, so I'm I'm not making as many videos as I was. And if you really want to see this stuff, I need to know you're out there and that you're interested, because if not, I'm just gonna wait till I finish building the truck, and what I'll do is I'll do a video when I get all the wood put in, and then after I take it to the metal shop and they convert all this from wood to metal, I'll take a picture then. So if you're interested in all the interim crap I'm doing, let me know. You know, like my videos if you want it. I've got a lot of subscribers, but I think most of those were from my music videos. If you're interested in seeing more of this stuff, comment, subscribe, you know. Tell me you like it, tell me you don't like it, tell me to go back to making music videos, you know, whatever you think, whatever you're interested in. So, okay, that's my wood shop, and I gotta clean up all this mess when I'm done. I'll tell you, I'm gonna have fun cleaning my kitchen. I got sawdust all over the floor. You can probably see it. Well, maybe not. My floor has got camouflage vinyl on it. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.